A huge moo to the herd, and welcome to episode 2 of our All the Mods 6 to the Sky playthrough. As you may notice, I've been a little bit busy between episodes. I've expanded our platforms out a bit. So we've got some more space over in the northern direction, and we now also have, if we go down here, a lower platform so that we can put cabling, etc., and keep it out of sight. So the plan for today, well, a few things. First of all, I updated the mod pack to version 1.6, which has introduced a few new things, updated a few mods. Our old favourite Tinker's contract is back. Although they do caution that it may not be that stable, but we'll see. The other downside is my crafting station looks a little different. You notice the buttons to distribute things equally, etc., is now gone. And I also can't use my trick of using Shift-K to automatically compress stuff. Not the end of the world, just a little inconvenient, but that's the way it is. So what's the plan for today? Okay, so I have spent a lot of time using our cobble gen, taking entire stacks of compressed stuff, sifting it, and then turning it into a chest full of various goodies. I also did that with some dust to get some redstone, some sky stone, some glowstone, some bone meal, which is going to be quite important, some blaze powder. We also got some diamonds, although that took me about 4 stacks of compressed gravel to get 7 diamonds. So you can see the amount's quite low. So I think the first thing we're going to do, since we have the diamonds, is we're going to take 6 of them. That was 7, but we'll take 6 instead. And we're going to upgrade our iron mesh to a diamond mesh, which should make things a little more easier. The other thing is the quest book has been updated, so you will find there are some additional quests in the Skyblocks to the Sky, Skyblock tips. I didn't see any additional ones, but then I haven't actually been looking in it in any great detail. So hopefully we'll get through a few more quests as well. So yes, third attempt. What are we going to do today? It took a lot of time to compress and sieve and everything else, so I want to automate that as much as possible. Now in the pack we have, I'll do a search for auto, we have the auto hammers, auto sieves, and auto compressors. So I'd like to set up a system, at least for gravel, of automatically generating cobblestone, turning it into gravel, sieving it, and then potentially taking that sieved items and putting them through an auto compressor so we can get chunks automatically. So we could do this all passively. So that would be our goal today. So we're going to need several things. We're going to need obviously the auto hammer. We're going to need the auto sieve. And if you're wondering how to get these over here, their shortcut menu, you just hover over it and press A, and that will add it in there. So they're the 3 items we've got there. Now I know, unless it's changed in the mod pack, that the auto sieve and the auto hammer require 40 RF per tick to run, and the auto compressor requires 5 RF per tick. So we need 85 RF per tick. So we're going to need a way of generating power. And I think the easiest way to do it is by using a couple of things and basically combining all those things together to make us a pretty effective and infinite power supply. So the first thing I'm going to look for is a magmatic dynamo from thermal. So we're going to want at least 2 of these because each of these produces 40 RF per tick. But we can upgrade those so we can have a lot more power. We're also going to need a source of lava. For that, we're going to need a crucible. So we're going to want an unfired crucible, which we can then put into our furnace to get a fired crucible. We're also going to need a heat source. Now, when we did the wooden crucible with the torch with a heat of 2, that took a long time and was pretty annoying. But what we do have, I hope, there it is, is we have uranium. So if I take this stack of uranium over here and we turn it into uranium chunks, we have 16 of those, and I'm just going to put them through our furnace. Now, with the crucible, if I go here and put uses, there should be, here it is, heat sources. So as you can see, our torch is 1x, so it's given us 2. This blank one here that you can't see is actually fire, so that's 4x. Lava gives us 5x. Glowstone 2x, not great. But uranium, which I'm now smelting up, gives us 20x. And then superheating element, which requires copper, redstone, and steel, and some osmium, gives us 60x. So we've got, on hand, we've got uranium. So we're going to use the uranium first of all to make up our block. So while we're doing that, we want to make up some, we want to make up our unfired crucible. For that, we need porcelain clay. Now, we need bone meal and clay balls. Now, bone meal, sorry, we've got plenty of that. That was relatively easy. That was just sifting dust. But we need some clay now. Now, the best way to get clay is a barrel, wooden barrel. So we'll just make up one of those. And I'm just going to pop that here. Because what we could do is we've got our infinite water source. We can take some water and we can pop it into our barrel. Now what we now need, we're going to take a stack of cobblestone. Just distribute that out evenly. So we've got some compressed cobblestone. Take my compressed hammer, which just broke. Good thing I have another one. I don't know why I did one instead of putting them all down, but never mind. Right, I'm going to take all that gravel. I'm going to turn that into compressed gravel. I'm going to pop all that down. Turn that into sand. And the last thing we'll do is we'll take all the sand, turn it into dust. What we could do with the dust is we can right click on our barrel and we get a block of clay. Now for this we're going to need 7 pieces of clay, and we get 4 per block, so we need 2 of them. Okay, and we turn that in there, and then we just grab, do an 8 and 8 to keep them balanced. So that's our porcelain clay, and we can take that, turn it into a crucible. And now our uranium's finished, so while that's heating up, I can now go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's a block of uranium. And I'm just going to pop this over here for the time being. Make a hole here. I've got my platform down below, so things shouldn't all disappear. Now we have our fire crucible, which I'm going to pop on top. And now we've got 20x heat. So if I took some cobblestone and just pop that into here, you can see that's now going to start to relatively quickly turn into lava. So that's a good start for us. Now the reason I've just manually done that is I want to make up another lava gen. Not lava gen, cobble gen. And I'm going to need some water. I'm going to need some sand as well. So let's just get a piece of cobble. There's a lone piece there. And quickly turn that into sand. So we'll need to turn that into glass. We'll just pop that in here. We'll just see how this is doing. Should really sleep through. Right, that's already made a bucket of lava. See how quick that was compared to the previous attempt with the wooden crucible? Okay, so we'll make up I should have enough cobble on me to make up a tier 2 cobble gent. I do. So I have a tier 2 cobble gent. I'm just going to pop that here. Now I want some pipes to move the items. So if I look, there is a mod in here called pipes. And it does exactly as it says on the tin. So item pipes, fluid pipes, energy pipes, and gas pipes. So we want some item pipes. Now we're going to need some iron for that. We're going to need some droppers. So I can do a couple of droppers. I want my controls back. And I want some iron. So let's just make up a stack of iron, shall we? Or not stack, 16 of them. And we'll just get that smelted up. Right, so while that's going to get smelted up, I can make up a pipe wrench, which is the tool for this one, which I need some sticks for. I also want to make up a crescent hammer while we're here, but we need iron for that. Right, so I'm going to let that smelt, and then when we come back, we will get some items piped down, get that fed in automatically, and then we'll start looking at getting our magmatic generators done. Okay, so I've got enough iron now to make up my item pipes, so we'll get those made up. And apparently these pipes are meant to be very server friendly, not much latency, so we're just going to chop 2 pipes down, and then what we'll do is we'll take our wrench, and on the output, so that will be the cobble gen tier 2, shift and right click on the end, and that will start putting cobblestone into our crucible. And I should have enough iron. I've got some more iron coming through because I'm going to need some fluid pipes as well. So we'll take one more piece. Now I wonder if I can upgrade my fire furnace because it is a bit slow. An iron furnace is in here. So we're going to need 2 more pieces of iron. One more. And we'll do that. Now if I shift right click on this, I should have an iron furnace, which should be a bit faster. And it appears to be a bit faster. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make up some more uncompressed coal. So we can just let that go on. Right, so we want to make up our magmatic generator. So what do we need for that? We're going to need some Invar gears, some Invar ingots, some redstone, some iron, a redstone flux coil, which is going to require some gold. So let's focus on the Invar first. Now to make Invar, it's quite simple. It's Invar blend, which is iron dust and nickel dust. So how's the best way to get this? Well, if I look at iron dust, if I take a engineer's hammer from Immersive, or even the ore crushing hammer, can I make an ore crushing hammer? Yeah, that's a lot of iron. We'll just take the engineer's hammer and use that on iron ore. That can give me the dust. So I've got some iron ore here. What we'll do is we'll take out half of that as well, actually. We'll make up an engineer's hammer, which just needs a couple of pieces of iron. And I want 2. And the other thing we'll need is some zinc, which, zinc, was it zinc? Terrible memory. Nickel. Makes more sense. Do we have any nickel? Yes, we do. Just crush that up. Okay, so 2 of those, 1 of these, 3 pieces of Invar. So I think we could probably need a bit more. So what I'm going to do is going to probably stop here because I think that's enough iron for now. We're going to smelt up the Invar blend, and we want 2 of these, so that's 2 pieces of Invar there, plus the Invar gear, which is another 4, so that's 6. So I need 12 pieces of Invar. So that's 4 sets of this. So let me get those made up, and then when we come back, we'll look at getting all the magmatic dynamo set up. Okay, hopefully I have enough now. So if we make up our gears first, so I want 2 Invar gears. Let's put that iron nugget away. We're going to want 2 redstone flux coils. And then we should have enough to make 2 magmatic dynamos. The other thing I want is a crescent hammer. So I just need an iron gear for that. Just for positioning these. Because whenever I've dropped them down, they always inevitably go the wrong way. So, oh, first time and they actually go the right way. Okay. So I have my magmatic dynamos. We just now need to pipe some hot lava into the 2 dynamos. For that, again, we'll go out to pipes. I just need some more iron. So the other thing I'm going to need is I want to try and keep this as relatively compact as possible. So what I was thinking of doing was using XNet to pipe the power and everything else around. So we will need some nether quartz for that. And to get nether quartz, again, relatively simple. I need a stone barrel. So let's grab some cobble. I've got plenty of cobble. Should be enough. Meanwhile, I'll do the pipes. Yeah, I want a stone barrel. Just grab those while the stone's cooking up. It's starting to get dark. Right, so I'm just going to connect that up and up there. And again, same deal as before. Shift right click on the output. And now we're generating power. If we look at this, we're generating max production is 40 RF per tick. So I can generate 80 RF per tick on those, which will do us as a good start. We'll let this do. So we're going to need a lot more iron, which means we're going to need a lot more sieving. Let's see. Yeah, that's all I've got is the 8 pieces of iron there. Oh, sorry, 7 pieces of iron. Which is a shame. Okay, so again, I'm going to have to pause here because I'm going to need a lot more iron to get into the next stage. Oh, actually, will I pause? No, let's do the stone barrel first and show how to get the netherrack, which we need. And we might be able to branch out into another mod to give us a netherrack cobble gen, which could be quite fun. So, stone barrel. And for the stone barrel to work, I'm just going to pop it over here for the time being. Take a bucket, which we're probably going to need to make some new ones because I think I used those for the pipes, which I did. We are going to have to wait for this. But actually, I've got a lava bucket there. That'll do. Except I didn't put it in my inventory. I just put it in the bottom of the chest. There we are. So I'm just going to pop this in here. And if I take a piece of redstone, right click the barrel, I get netherrack. Now what I want is 4 pieces of netherrack, which I can then cook up to make some nether bricks. And once I've got the nether bricks, we'll move on to that. So let me cook this stuff up, and then when we come back, we'll show you how to make a netherrack cobble gen, which we can then use to get nether quartz. Okay, so stuff's still cooking up, but I thought I'd show what we need to do to make up a netherrack cobble gen. Now for that, I'm going to need some flowers, hence the reason I am bone mealing this grass patch. I bet RNG doesn't fall in my way this time. Oh, the one colour I wanted hasn't arrived. So get some more bone meal. Here it is. Right, let's pop all these seeds away. So as you may see on my JEI, I have a whole list of pedestal stuff. Now to make pedestal, I need not the backwards one, the other one, thinking tool. Add that in there. So we're going to need some red dye, some green dye, and some blue dye. The flowers was so I could get a poppy to get the red dye. Blue dye, relatively easy. I just need some lapis. And green dye, that's a bit trickier. So I hopefully, if not, I'm going to have to find them, have some cactus seeds. Doesn't look like it. No. Is there any other options for green dye? Because if not, I'm just going to sift some dirt. So we've got Botania, resourceful bees, yellow dye and blue dye. Oh, that would work. So let's get some more lapis. We'll take one of our dandelions. Yellow and blue is green. Okay, so I should now have enough to make the linking tool, which is going to open up pedestals. Now what I have done is I've taken the 4 pieces of netherrack and turned them into nether bricks. And what we'll do is we'll take these and turn them into nether bricks. And then we're going to need some gold. So let's go make up some gold. Again, we're going to need to smelt that up. Pop that in there. So yeah, we'll get the gold made up. I'm going to need lava bucket and water bucket, if I remember correctly, for the cobble gen. If I can see it. You're here somewhere. Here we are. Yeah, so it's just a lava bucket and a water bucket. So you need another bucket. We'll go grab some water. Grab some lava. I added an additional crucible in there just to make sure I had surplus lava available. And that should be our 2 gold. So we'll make the pedestal upgrade. Make the cobble gen. And what we can do, again, we'll just head over here. If I make a hole just here, I guess, and we pop our nether bricks down, then we need to make the pedestal. I can't believe I wandered all the way over here without actually making the pedestal. We need some stone bricks for. Okay, that hopefully will be relatively quickly. Because time's not on our side at the moment. We've still got a lot of stuff to make. So what I'll do is we'll get this netherrack cobble gen, or yeah, netherrack cobble gen we'll do up and running. And then I will gather together all the ingredients we need to make up the auto sieve and everything else. So there's going to be a lot of sieving off camera. And then hopefully we can get that done. So if I just put the pedestal down on top, apply the upgrade. That didn't work. Maybe not. Shift. Why is this not working? Wow. Has this changed in the update? It was working in the previous version. Cobble generator update. Well, that's surprising. Unless, of course, I'm being dense and I need to... Nope, that's not it. All right, I'm going to have to investigate that. So we'll pause here. I'll get all the ingredients needed for the auto sieve and the auto hammer. And then when we come back, we'll see if we're about getting that set up. And I'll try and figure out what's happening with these. Okay, after what seemed like a very long time trying to get enough iron, I've got all the ingredients. The pedestal does work. You simply have to hold the upgrade in your offhand and then right click it onto the pedestal. And if I shift over this, you can see I've now got 444 netherrack sitting within the pedestal. So I've got plenty of netherrack for when we need to crush and sieve that. So let's get our auto sieve and our auto hammer working. Now I've got a sieve just sitting here doing nothing. So that's our auto sieve. And we'll get the auto hammer. Now I just need a diamond hammer. Fortunately, with all that sieving I was doing, I got some more diamonds, which is beneficial. Just get some sticks. So one diamond hammer. I also made up some energy pipes. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pickaxe, take our tier 1 cobble gen. Actually, an axe might be better. It doesn't make any difference. And we'll take this over here. Now this is just a temporary setup until I can get it all tidied away. But to get the idea, so if I take my cobble gen tier 1, we're going to pop that here. I then want my auto hammer to turn the cobble gen into the cobblestone into gravel, and as you can see it's slowly ticking up. And finally at the top I want my auto sieve. Pop that up there. Now these are going to require some power, so if I could take my energy pipes, connect one there, and then up and up. Again, use the wrench on the outputs, so one there, and these should start filling out with power, and you can see it starting to make gravel. Now the one thing I need to do is to take items from this one and stick it into that one. So we'll just take some item pipes. We're just going to pop them on one side. Looks very ugly, but it will do the job for now. And if I just right click there, what that will do is it will should start popping stuff in there, but I need a mesh. So I'm going to grab the diamond mesh from my heavy sieve and just pop that in, and now the gravel will go in and we'll start getting our items. So we've now got automatic sifting, and because we've got a cobble gen providing the stuff to the auto hammer and the sieve just sitting here doing its job, as long as I output this so it doesn't get full, that's just passive. And again, we're producing lava from cobble gen and power, so that will just sit there producing me resources. So I think we're in a good place. I think, as I said, I want to get XNet involved so that I can tidy up these cables. I don't like all these cables everywhere. So what we'll do is we'll use this area here as our resource generating, our early resource generation. We'll set up more generators. So I'm going to need one for dust. I'm going to need a netherrack, one done, and eventually end stone. So in the next episode, we'll focus on getting XNet set up. We'll focus on getting the additional generators in. I will, between episodes, make sure I've got plenty of iron to be able to do the necessary stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm certainly finding it more fun with all the different mods to play with and all the different ways of generating stuff. If you did, feel free to give it a like. And if you'd like to see more, then please feel free to subscribe. It really does motivate me to carry on making videos when I know people are actually interested in them. So until then, I wish you a very pleasant day. Goodbye.